Hi everybody. Saturn Prince. Up there, I already know who I am. Cool. Alright. Here's the deal. Okay, this is what I believe. I'm in a fractal matrix. My body's in a stasis machine inside my star. And who's ever hijacked it and had control of it kept me imprisoned in here for I don't know how fucking long. Could be a long time. I could have been in there for hundreds and hundreds of years. I don't know. I don't know when they imprisoned me in there. Not sure. So it doesn't matter how many times I'm born or I'm cloned or anything like that, like the stars. I'm supposed to have control of the stars. They're supposed to be, the spirits are supposed to be in my control, So I believe ultimately they're in my control. But temporarily, someone has found a way to hold them in bondage too, So I don't know how many people are trapped in fractal matrices like myself. Could be a lot of people, man. Could be a lot of people, everybody. A lot of people. So I want to say to the administration of America, that I know my testimony has been unrighteous at times and I scorch the shit out of you. Most of it just try to attract attention, but I've been growing the whole time, trying to search for the truth. What exactly is the truth, So it came to a point where I worked so hard and no one took notice. I say there's no way that I can make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of posts and hundreds of videos and nobody take notice. Like, why is nobody taking notice? I basically threatened the whole world. So why is no one taking notice? Nobody knows who I am. There's not one person here that's ever came up to me and said, "Are you Satan?" Nobody. That means nobody knows who I am here. So what's the reason that no one has taken notice and no one has ever asked me, "Are you really Satan?" or whatever? It's because it's a program. And then people are programmed to disregard me. And they're programmed to ignore me. And they're programmed to treat me like shit. And they're programmed to do that, So when I was like 7, I fell out of a tree onto a rock. And I died. I believe I could have died then. So every time I die, they reformulate the program. Who's ever in charge of my body that's in stasis. So I'm like Neo in the Matrix. I don't know, I could have a wire connected to my head or something like that. So if they take my spirit and they put it in a clone body where I'm born again into a womb, then when I die, they just reformulate the program. They reformulate the Matrix. And then, so I'm back in a Matrix. So basically I'm trapped in a never-ending nightmare. Never-ending nightmare because everyone's programmed to disregard me and treat me like garbage, so I'm always suffering. I'm always lonely because all the women are programmed to disregard me and not give me no affection or love. They're programmed not to give me no affection or love. They're programmed not to do that. So everything I see is not really real. It's just a dream. Basically, I'm living in a dream, you know. And all the people are not real. They're just like Tron people. They're just computer generated people. They're not really people. They believe they're really people, like, you know, because they're not aware of the truth. So they believe that they're really people. Like the lady who made the post in Springdale, Illinois, there's really a Leave It to Beaver land where people really live in Leave It to Beaver land. And that's probably true, because if they can put me in a matrix of where I am, then they can do the same thing. They can create fractals, you know, like little worlds, you know. That's where they came with the game, The Sims, because we're Sims. We're just some giant entity is fucking creating all these fractals, you know. And I also believe that through nuclear fission explosions and shit, you know, sometimes they're created that way too, on nuclear detonations. Through nuclear detonations and other stuff like that, they create these fractals. Now they probably got, you know, all kinds of ways to do it, you know. So, okay, so that's what I believe. Now, how many people are trapped how many people are in the same situation as me? Probably most of the royal Gentiles. You know, the giants, royal Gentiles, the stars, you know, we're all trapped. We've been imprisoned. We've been trapped. You know, we're trapped. I'm trapped in here. Now, the wave is coming, and the planet caravan, the Bureau system, the destroyer is coming. Okay, so we know that that's the end of the program. Okay, 7 generations are up, so that's it. It's over. So what are they saying in the Quran? That a caravan will come by and pick me up. Okay, in the Quran it says I'm thrown into a well, so I'm the one in the well. But like I said, there's probably a lot of people in wells. All the royal Gentiles have probably been imprisoned by hybrid races, or some galactic races are involved, or I don't have all the answers. So there we got that. Now, okay, so Saturn is a quantum generator. So everything within a certain radius of Saturn is produced by Saturn, a quantum generator. So let's say 7 suns, 7 suns, 7 suns, or whatever. Okay, there's 7 suns. There's been 7 generations. So I'm the leader. I'm the one of each generation. I'm the leader of each. Oh, you know, I might have lived at different names of different kings, whatever, but it's always me. You know, at the core, it's me. You know, it's me. So that's something I'm sure they don't want anybody to know. You know, and they don't want people to realize that they're trapped in fractal matrices, vortexes. You know, I believe there's actually a planet. You know, Earth. Planet, like a giant turtle ball with a fake moon, a fake sun spinning around on the glass ceiling, because that's where the deserts came from. It was the ceiling that fell in the past. They cleaned it up and made the deserts. So the deserts didn't just appear there. Why is all this sand there? Because that's the ceilings that fallen. They tested the sand; it matches the ceiling. Okay, it's the same material, same sand. Okay, why is glass made from sand? Because sand is like real. It's one of the few, something that's considered solid or real. You know? Okay, so now everything's a problem with quantum generator. Now, I said this before. There's other programs, you know. Now it's not just other fractals, there's like other programs. So there's other programs of fractals, you know. So there's probably other Saturn, like each program probably has like something similar to Saturn, because Saturn is like, okay, the rings of Saturn, everything's a mirror of Saturn is a mirror of your trouble bubble Earth. What do you think they came with the name the game trouble ball. We're in the trouble ball. We're the dice, boing, 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 bouncing up and down. We're the rubber souls. That's why Beatles had the album Rubber Souls, because they knew all this shit. High level Illuminati people know all this shit, I would imagine. All right, so now in the quantum generated program, there is a virus. The virus, if any Illuminati people out there watch this, that go into the Twilight Zone, that the spiritual side is open, and they go into this phone and they look around, they do what I do, so I can, that's how I'm doing my ascension, So, if anybody looks in there, has spiritual sight that is doing what I'm doing, then you're gonna see the virus in. The virus is it looks like a snake made of water. That's the virus. The snake made of water, that's the virus. That's the virus. Okay, that's the virus. So there's proof that it exists. Okay, there's your proof. It exists, because if it didn't exist, then it wouldn't be in there, because it wouldn't exist. It exists. It's real. It exists. Okay, so now, quantum generator program, it's got a virus there. What does a computer generated virus do? It destroys your computer. So the job of the virus is to kill everything and everyone. It has no agenda other than kill everything and everyone. There's no agenda. There's no political agenda. There's no. It's like the artificial intelligence system you have with the tanks that are programmed, that are run by the computer, have nothing to do with human being. That's like the virus. If this is a fan and somebody decides to put that cute giant computer to work, to take over, and the artificial intelligence system takes over, those tanks are programmed probably to go around and kill everybody and everything, just like the virus, and just leave the artificial intelligence system, and that's it, and wipe out everything else. Everything else. There's many reasons for that. Okay, I'm not gonna get into them all. Probably a lot of reasons why. Okay, because all the people are infested with the virus. That's why they came up with people turning into zombies. Okay, that's what's going to happen to the people. At some point, the virus is going to totally consume the people. It already has consumed the people, but it's just lying low. It's waiting. It's waiting. Now it's making its last stand. Okay, this is a fucking disgrace. Okay, this is a disgrace. All the stars are disgracing one another, and they're all been cloned. How many times, I don't know. And now they all realize they're clones. And now they're being told to disgrace other stars. And so there's no more denying that they're clones. And there's no more denying. They know what the fuck is going on. And I believe they know them for a long time, but they've been blinded too with the money and the status and the life. They've been blinded by the life. That's why the Google stalker people, when they make a post and there's a light there, that symbol, they're trying to blind you with the light. That's why they say if you die, don't go into the light. Do anything but go into the light. The light is bad. The light is bad. The light is bad, I believe. It's a bad omen, for some reason. That's why our queen says, Hecate always says, there's nothing to fear in the dark. Nothing to fear in the dark. Because if you die and you're faced with the light, don't go into the light. Go anywhere into the light. Don't go into the light. All right. So I explained all that. So what's my reality exactly? Well, basically nothing's real here. I'm just trapped in a nightmare. You know, that's it. It's just a nightmare. But obviously I'm safe because I'm somewhat safe because no one can get in here and they can't get in here. They can affect the program and they can affect the virus can affect my so-called reality, and probably some galactic races might be able to affect the reality too. Now, I believe that Saturn, the quantum generator, was hijacked for a while, but I believe we have control of it again. You know? My allies have control of the quantum generator. Uh, okay, boom. So that's what I believe is going on. You know? Now, I've been hearing strange noises. You know, I can hear a noise, not a familiar noise. It's not a plane, it's not a helicopter. I believe there's a spaceship. There's spaceships up there. There's always been spaceships up there. I could go out every night and see spaceships all filling up the sky. But once they realized that they were looking at, they thought I was on Earth or whatever, or where they thought I wasn't. It was just a mirror. It was an illusion. So once I realized that I was where I am, and I revealed it to them. So now the spaceships disappear because what they gonna watch me for? Because they can't. They're looking at a reflection. It's not really me. So they left. You know, they're not up there no more. But now there's something there. I hear something. I can't see anything because I don't see anything. I don't see no stars up there. There's no moon up there. There's nothing up there. It's just dark. So we know that darkness is coming. That's part of the end time, darkness. 3 to 5 days of darkness or whatever it's going to be. We know the wave is coming. We know the planets are coming. So the end of the program is coming. So that's it. The program, when the wave comes, that's it. It's the end. It's over. All people will be immediately thrust into spiritual form, and the earth will disappear. The trouble will disappear back in through the fake sun. The sun, I believe, that you see is a dimensional doorway. So it's like a balloon. You live in okay, this is your reality. You live inside of a balloon, and inside the balloon, there's other balloons. That's why, people that make balloon art, there's balloons inside a balloon. Okay, that's supposed to be a clue, but whatever. So there's balloons inside of balloons. When people say, oh, they live in Middle Earth, they live inside of another vortex inside of your vortex. I believe. It was somewhat of a good explanation. All right? So all those vortexes are going to be wiped out too. So all the people that are in Middle Earth probably left. They're probably gone from there. Not there anymore. Or they're planning on leaving very shortly because I'm sure they know the wave is coming. They know that once the wave comes, that's it. Everything's going to disappear. That's it. So that's what I believe. Okay, so now I'm in this nightmare, and it appears real to me, like everything's real, but nothing's real. It's really nothing real. Okay, so now what these people talk about this, what do they call it? It doesn't matter what they call it. Okay, so the virus can affect your reality, can affect my reality, too. But I can choose to incorporate that into my perception or not. Like I said, like you see something that's negative, you just tell yourself you didn't see it. I didn't see that. Just pass it by. I don't know. So now, since I stopped blocking the Google stalkers, I don't even really look at their posts. Before I was taking psychic impressions to decide if they're good or bad. Now my psychic ability is so sharp that it only takes me a split second to look at it. I know it's no good. I don't have to read it. I barely even have to look at it. It's like, just go by. That's it. I barely even have to look at it for even a second. You know, I don't even really want to look at it. You know, I don't want to look at it because it's just negativity. You know, so they're trying to. Okay, so now that the media is trying to stand up for righteousness, and you know, they're not instilling the same amount of fear as they were before on the populace. You know, you see ISIS disappear from the news. Also, ISIS is every day ISIS is in there. Okay, every day ISIS is in the news. Now there's no more ISIS. Just disappeared from the news. Nothing to do with ISIS no more. Okay, that's just an example. Okay, so what's happening now? So the virus sees the fact that the media is no longer, you know, trying to instill the same amount of fear, because the media sees that, first of all, they see that now they're in a precarious position, because if the people find out the truth before the wave came, then they'd be in jeopardy. You know, so they're trying to do the right thing. Plus, they're watching me. You know, and I'm trying to redeem as many people as I can. You know, like I said, you know, I want to redeem everyone. You know, because I'm the saver guy. I'm not the punisher. I'm the saver guy. Right now, I'm the saver guy. I'm still the saver guy. You know. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? So I believe Russia has technology. Russia has the ability to come here to my star and get me or tow me somewhere or something like that. You know, Russia probably. See, America. I don't believe America. You can't save me because there's too much money involved. There's too many people feel threatened. Their families are threatened, so they're not gonna help me. You know, they're not gonna help me because they're under too many threats and everybody's scared, so they're not gonna help me. All right. So I don't know how many. I could have been in here for hundreds and hundreds of years. My body could have been in that stasis machine. It doesn't matter how many times I'm born, how many times they kill me. That body just rots away. Whatever. It doesn't matter because that's not me. It's just an avatar of me. It's not me. You know, my body is really in a coffin. Right now. I'm in a coffin. I'm in a coffin. I'm in a stasis machine. I'm in a stasis machine. You know. So that's my reality. So now, I wanted to say something. What else did I want to say? What else did I want to say? Shit. I don't know. I forgot. But so now I believe that there's people, you know, where my exact location, where my body is, you know. Now, I know what I said. Okay, so obviously the observer races have been working with world governments to bring about some kind of safe end to everybody's nightmare, basically. I believe they created another Earth so that when all the people are thrust into spiritual form, when the wave comes, they'll immediately consume all their spirits and transport them to the Earth, whether they're going to be born inside bodies or they're going to be born into clone bodies or what exactly their reality is going to be, or they could just be placed into another quantum matrix, you know, fractal, you know. Okay, I don't have all the answers, but that's what I believe. So they prepared for everyone on Earth to die. These races are prepared for everyone on Earth to die, and they're prepared to consume everyone's spirit And of course, certain people know we're going to be like, certain people like me, I'm not going to go to the present planet. I'm going to go somewhere else. But hopefully things will be better there, and people will have a better chance to spiritually develop and to evolve, and without their whole reality revolving around money, because that's the root of all evil is money, because the best civilization in the world will be one with absolutely no money whatsoever. Okay, so so okay, so I believe also. So now the governments, I mean the observer races, the Pleiadians, the Turians, Syrians, whatever, the observer races. Not the creator allies, but the observer races. They're the go-between between us. We're the creator allies. They're the observer races. So they're the go-between. And I scorched them, I really scorched them. But they've shown a lot of maturity by still continuing to try to help me and try to bring about the awareness to people, the best they can, So, obviously I've engaged in some unrighteous testimony, and they probably don't deserve, all the horrible things I've said. But don't forget, I've been homeless for years and completely disgusted, so I'm all fucked up. So, okay, so they've been working with world governments, I believe. Now, I believe the world governments are aware of that the wave is coming. They're aware there might be clones, Good chance a lot of world leaders are clones, Okay, so why? Okay, so now that the media is not, they see they see all a lot of the truth that the public doesn't see. So they're not instilling the same amount of fear. So the virus has taken over. The virus has taken over. If you look through this globe, I mean, if this is the same globe that's in your reality, it's completely disgraceful. Disgraceful. They're disgracing the stars. Stars are disgracing other stars because they're programmed to do so. I kept asking myself, why are people so scared of me? People are terrified of me. Some people look at me, their whole face turns white, and I've had people actually run away from me. Just run, just look at me and start running, because they're all infested with the virus, and the virus is terrified of me. Because the virus knows that it's all done. Its time has run out. It hasn't managed to totally consume the civilization, but it's done a hell of a job on us. It's done a hell of a job. It's consumed many civilizations, I believe, in the past. That's why it's so savvy. It's so impeccable. It's so it knows every single secret. It knows, the virus knows more than most. Okay, but we got some great allies. We got the Sphere Alliance is here, the Wingmakers are here, the Balon is here, the Nordics are here, the Agarthans, the people in Middle Earth, I'm sure, have left Middle Earth, and they're, I thought they did make a threatening post, some bases, I believe, made a threatening post. I read it, Obviously, I can't read fucking, Agarthan language or whatever. But I took a psychic impression, and so I knew what it was, basically. So they're pissed off. They were going to come out and attack, I believe, but I guess the attack got put off. Someone convinced them to stop, so they never attacked. But they were real close. They were close. They were on the verge, but I think now they're not anymore. But the capability is still there.